I've heard the invention of storyboards credited to Walt Disney, actually. The popular term these days is pre-visualization. I scan in photographs of locations, which I have used as backdrops for drawings. I've used photographs of actors. Some of the actors have been kind enough to pose for pictures that I've taken, which I then scan in and use as backdrops for my drawings. Roland was very interested in seeing accurate representations of the sets and the locations and stuff that it's never been built before, it's never been seen before. Create mathematically accurate models of the sets in the computer, place cameras, render them in full 32-bit graphics and use them as backdrops for storyboards. The popular term these days is pre-visualization. You can determine what the film is going to look like in advance, and in the simplest possible terms, I draw a sort of full comic book version of the action in the film, which communicates the director's ideas to the crew. I like to think of it as a lot more than a sort of glorified shot list, because it's the first place where anybody sees the movie. It's the first visual sense people have of what's going to happen in the movie. And we have beautiful conceptual drawings, and we have gorgeous set renderings and great blueprints and all of these wonderful things. But the storyboard is the first place where the movie starts to happen, and you get a sense of the rhythm of it, and you get a sense of the action, and you get a sense of what the mood of the piece is going to be, and how it's going to cut together. And it's a way for everybody to get together on the project without having to expose a single frame of film. You can actually, to a remarkable extent, duplicate a sort of cinematic environment. You know? It's nice. It's nice. It's fun. Particularly on this project, on Stargate, Roland was very interested in seeing accurate representations of the sets and the locations and stuff that it's never been built before, it's never been seen before. And I can draw out of my head, and a storyboard artist has to have an enormous library of things in his head, and combined with that background that I have, plus the resources that I get from the other people in the art department, I can imagine what something might look like. But the goal in certain sequences here was to really try to see how scientific we could be about it, and actually create three-dimensional, mathematically accurate models of the sets in the computer, render them in full 32-bit graphics, and use them as backdrops for storyboards.